Hello, all you good people who came to meditate. I'm so grateful that you're here. It's Thursday, September 25th. How are you doing? What's happening? I had a conversation with Kathy Beal. I have not uploaded it yet. We did something a little bit different this afternoon. We just had a conversation and I recorded it and I'm going to upload it after this. So just so you know, it's not necessarily like an astrology show. It's more like she went to see Kamala in New York City. So we talked about that. We talked about the events of today in our crazy country. And I know there's a lot going on. So anyway, I'll upload that after we have our meditation tonight, which is only a half an hour. So, yeah. My mind is a little boggled by all the news that's going on, but we maintain a steady ship, right? We keep a steady ship. Some people decided to put up a statue over at the mall in the U.S. Capitol in D.C., and it was Trump and Epstein for Friendship Day. Yeah, it stayed for one day. Yeah, that was great. I didn't make the connection that it was for Friendship Day. That's hilarious. We need to fight this. We need to fight this with a sense of humor sometimes. Hang on a second. I'm going to sneeze. Maybe not. We need to fight this with a sense of humor. Fascists hate mockery, but so be it. We don't have to go over the news of the day. We know. I can give you the in a nutshell version. Hegseth is attempting to, well, he's, what do they say? He's over his skis. He's being directed by the Kremlin. That's what I know for sure. So, and the other thing is Dumpy's trying to make democracy illegal. So, haha, that's crazy. Good news, Chicago Bears turned down $500 million deal from Elon. Oh, wow, that is really good news. I think we're getting to a point. Yeah, Hegseth needs jail, and I kind of feel that it going in that direction. I'm feeling a preponderance of people that have had enough. And these are people that they either voted for Dumpy and or sat it out. Thought maybe it didn't matter if they voted or not. But I'm feeling a real strong push. I mean, look at what Jimmy Kimmel produced after the whole debacle of getting pulled off the air. He came back with like 4 times the amount of viewers and like a 3-minute standing ovation. It was crazy. So yeah, and I know the injustice. I like the Injustice Department. That's good. It's like the criminal Supreme Court. The illegitimate Supreme Court, right? The Injustice Department just announced they're indicting James Comey. That sounds like a load of horse manure. I think that's happening too. I think we're just like, give me a break. Really? You want to do what? So, and I was talking to Kathy about these indictments and everything, and they have to go through a grand jury or something like that. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know if Warren's here tonight, but maybe he can let us know. Are they still celebrating the Jewish New Year? I don't know how many days that lasts. So, it's crazy times, right? But they have to get through we the people, you know what I mean? And people are going to be holding the line for democracy. This is an attempt to intimidate, obviously, right? But why would an actual president of the United States, which we know he isn't, boy, they're trying like hell. He's trying like hell to get it to look like Democrats are violent. It's like they had to do something before tomorrow as the statute of limitations is in effect. For Comey? Okay, the grand jury did return the indictment. Oh, I see. Okay, I hadn't been following the schedule there, but I doubt if they have sufficient evidence to get either a plea or a conviction at trial. Let's ask my pendulum. Did they get enough evidence to indict James Comey? James Comey was a Republican, right? Did they get I get a no, they did not get enough evidence. So just let's make an effort to just on a daily basis, on a regular basis, let's make an effort for when the news feels like it punches you in the gut, because they do scary things to make us scared. The ICE shooting is suspicious. I totally agree. They do things to make us scared, and then we have to respond personally with going into our quiet space and getting calm. So remember when Putin invaded Ukraine, this is so out of his playbook. This is so out of the Kremlin playbook, because when Putin invaded Ukraine, what was he telling the Russians? How was he justifying it? He made up a big story. Putin did, to tell the Russian people that, oh, those poor Ukrainians, they're being persecuted by Ukrainian Nazis, or so, like, he made up something so ridiculous. So there's a direct line there, right? Darren saying, you drink athletic beer now? I turned you on to it. I should ask that company for a commission. It's made in California. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's good. It's good microbrew. I get my shipment and my groceries tomorrow. But I digress. So there's a very clear line to Russia here. It's a very unmistakable, clear line. Crystal clear. It's amazing. And we're here for it. And our job is to stay courageous. I watched... Oh, Simon Cowell from America's Got Talent was going to finance and start a channel for Colbert and Kimmel. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we will prevail. Hello, Nathan. So we really have to know how to take charge of our energy. And that's what we do here. That's why I have these guided meditations for Healed America. Not only to calm us down, but because when we inject like really high vibration energy into the collective, it makes a difference. Like, I'm going to point something out. We're still okay, right? It says on the beer can that you are an obsessive reader. There's a fortune on the beer can? Anyway, sorry. Darren's got me, pulling me off track. So what I know is that these meetings on Thursday nights make a big difference. When you get into a place of panic, you have tools here. I'm providing you with tools. I have the ridiculous blessing of having hung out with Sadhguru in the late 90s and several years after that. I learned from an enlightened master how to be calm. And I'm teaching you what I know. And what I know is we can take agency over our own systems. And remember that you have agency over your system. Remember when you panic and have anxiety because you hear that it sounds like we're turning into a dictatorship. When you hear that, remember that you have agency about how to take that information in. Are you going to believe that information, right? Like it's etched in stone? Or are we going to recognize that all the thoughts about that scary news are all in our heads? The dark side needs us to believe in the catastrophe that they brew up, right? Look at all the catastrophes that Dumpy is brewing up. Look at how much he's trying to intimidate everybody. Look at all the threats. Look at the actual horrible things that he's doing, right? And that's to get the people to be fearful. And when the dark side gets you fearful, then you lose power, right? So the dark side needs you fearful. When you feel fear, that's a cue that they've captured you energetically. And that's how authoritarianism takes hold. And so our job is to continue to work on the energy level and to not go into the fear. For me personally, I meditate twice a day. If I feel like scared because I read something scary, and I know I'm just going to meditate, then I meditate, and it's like changing the channel. It's like just changing the channel. Susan is here. You doing good? She was having a rough time last night. I'm so grateful that you're here. See, we were all praying for you. Gloria's saying that I'm buffering. Is that true? I need the word from you all that I'm not buffering before we proceed. Are we good? It might just be you, Gloria. I'm not seeing anybody else complaining about choppy stuff. Okay, we're good. Yeah, it might just be your connection. Maybe reboot. You have a little time to reboot. It's we got 2 more minutes. No, we have 3 more minutes. I can count. Okay. Okay, we're fine. So just speaking of said guru, I'm just gonna play this in the background, just to raise the vibe. As we talk and we get ready to meditate, make sure you're in a comfortable position and you will not be interrupted. And before we go into the meditation, we love you too, Susan. I want to just ask you all to please watch Church of Spirituality. I put a ton of energy into that church service. I think that I channel the sermons because they're really uplifting. And I feel like, I'm being, well, we're all being helped from the spiritual realm. I notice the views they're not even past 300. I don't even think they're past 250. So please just, do it for me, but it's really for you. Watch Church of Spirituality. It's under the live streams. We pray for our country, right? So I'm actually asking you to do this because it's helpful to you. Right. Y'all know I want to be rich, but I'm not there yet. I'm barely there. Okay, are we ready? I noticed a couple people dropped out, so I think we're okay. Dive into a spiritual practice. Download Miracle of Mind. All of it helps. You having trouble with your computer? Yeah, it spells computer wrong. Rose is giving her testimonial. It's a good way to spend an hour on Sundays, and it's really best if you watch the whole thing. Okay, so just to remind you that I had a conversation with Kathy Beal today that we recorded. It was basically just a conversation talking about what's going on. After this, I will upload it because it was pre-recorded, so I have to upload it. Okay. We have less than, we've got like 20 seconds. Make sure you're in a comfortable position where you will not be interrupted. And close your eyes. Start right at the 15-minute mark. Find yourself in a comfortable position. And with your eyes closed, take a long, slow, deep breath in and hold it. And a longer breath out. And do that again. A long breath in and hold it, and a longer breath out. Long breath in and hold it, and a longer breath out. And scan your body mentally and ask your body to relax. Long, slow, deep breath in again. Hold it, and a longer breath out. Long, slow, deep breath in and hold it, and a longer breath out. Be aware of your body. Be aware of the sensations in your body. Feel the gentle sensation of the breath as it moves in and out of the nostrils. Pay close attention to it. And bring your focus now to the toes and the soles of your feet and relax them. Now to the tops of your feet, relax, and your ankles relax. Feel your lower legs releasing and relaxing, and your knees. Any tension in your knees, just let go. Any part of your body that feels nervous or stressed, just bring your attention there and release the tension. Relax your thighs. Release any sense of needing to flee, needing to run away. Tell your legs it's safe to be right here in the now. Notice any sensations of letting go and relaxing as you tell your legs there's no need to run anywhere, there's no need to flee. It's safe to stay right here. Bring your attention to your lower abdomen, your buttocks and hips, and relax them. Bring your focus to your stomach and waist area, relax. Bring your attention to your tailbone and vertebrae by vertebrae. Relax each one all the way up till you reach the base of the skull. Feel the diaphragm, the big muscle that lifts up your rib cage and allows you to breathe. Feel it relaxing. Your lungs and heart relax. Your rib cage relaxes. Feel that relaxation, making your shoulders feel very heavy. And feel that relaxation all the way down the back and all the way down the front of your body. Feel the relaxation like an energetic fluid flow going down into the arms and elbows and wrists and hands and fingers. It's safe to relax. Relax your throat, your neck, and your jaw. Feel the jaw becoming heavy. Notice any clenching, release all tension from the jaw. And now all the many hundreds of muscles in your face relax, and your entire scalp relaxes. And above your head, about 4 feet above the top of your head, imagine there's a bright ball of light like the sun, shining rays of peaceful, calming, healing light onto your body. And imagine that a divine, intelligent voice is speaking to you, and that communication comes in to an opening in the crown of your head, and you feel the communication. All is well. All will be well. Be at peace. And feel the energy of these words coming into the crown of your head. All is well. Feel those words entering into your system. All will be well. Be at peace. Feel the vibration of these words, of this feeling, this emotional feeling that the words evoke. Feeling this communication coming in from the crown of your head, as if it's coming in from the beam of light, the beams of light shining down from the sun, entering into your energetic being. All is well. All will be well. Be at peace. And imagine your entire body now is filled with the energy of these words. You're so relaxed, but you're alert. Very, very relaxed, but alert with your eyes closed. Very conscious and aware. And now imagine the collective energy of us joined here together live, along with the collective energy of anyone who does the meditation later. There's no time in the etheric realm. Imagine all of us feeling all is well, all will be well, and peace as a vibrational frequency that's infinite, and feel the energy rising up within you and leaving through the crown of the head, but not being dissipated, continuing infinitely. The energy of all is well. All will be well, and peace. There's plenty of peace. So imagine the energy of peace moving up through your body, up through the crown of your head, going out into the ethers. Imagine that energy of peace, and all is well and all will be well, moving up into the stratosphere, forming a cloud cover of peacefulness. All is well, all will be well. And imagine that your conscious thoughts are forming a film of energy around the entire world. All is well, all will be well. Like a beautiful cloud cover over the entire earth. And now bring your focus here to the United States. and imagine that there's a dome of light covering the United States of America. And under this dome, we're raising the frequency. The dome is simply to concentrate the energy over this country. And this is the beautiful energy of our love, of our peace, of our harmony, of our well-being, our compassion. And we're generating it like we're charging a battery, and it's going to extend out across the oceans into the entire world, and we're going to build it up here in this country. So imagine this cloud cover of white light, of peace and healing, now starting to form a fog of white light under a dome of light, and it's touching every single part of this nation from coast to coast, all of America, needing healing. This country needs healing. This country has been infected with a terrible affliction, and now we're focusing on being the healing, much like the idea, much like in the physical body, the white blood cells, the immune system defeats the viruses and the bacterias all the time. Imagine that this bright, bright, bright energy that we are forming a dome over the United States of America. Breathe in, and when you breathe out, imagine that you're breathing out this white light into the collective of America. And imagine that the people of America are beginning to feel calm. Imagine that this light permeates all the hatred and all the violence that's being stirred up. You can think of specific situations. As you focus on that situation, you're sending a light to change that situation, to heal it. And the continual light, the collective light generated by us, continues, and it's getting stronger. It's permeating this entire nation. Allow yourself to think of situations and circumstances in this country that have upset you, and you can intentionally, as the light continues to flow and grow brighter under the dome, you simply direct a portion of the light with your thoughts to where the light is needed to dissipate all harm. Acknowledge that you are powerful. Acknowledge that you could be the consciousness that heals this nation without even knowing that it's you. Focus on the dome and the light growing brighter, and any place you feel that you want to mentally direct more light, you can do that with your mind as the light continues to grow and to become brighter. And now imagine that all the nefarious people who are perpetrating great evil and lies and violence and darkness, you simply put your attention on them, whoever they may be, whoever comes to your mind, and you direct the light to them with your mind, and you watch the evil dissolve and disappear and no longer having any power at all. And any news story and anything that's upsetting to you, Throughout the week, every single day, you can focus on what you did in this meditation, feeling the light, the dome of light growing really strong. And mentally, when you feel upset about a situation, you mentally send light and you imagine, you see it in your mind's eye, you imagine the light dissolving the evil, dissipating it, destroying it, and replacing it with light. No more evil can exist in this frequency. They may fight, they may rebel, they may get angry, they may get frightened themselves and not show it, but this light renders them powerless, binds them from doing any more harm. We are not attached to time schedules. We're working from the etheric. We know that it is happening and it is done. And now imagine there's openings in the dome and white light rays extend out to our allies. White light stems out, streams out across the world, not dissipating our dome of light. We send light to all the war-torn areas, and we notice that this light is connecting us to our allies in other countries. The light is connecting all peoples on the planet, dissolving the evil, destroying the evil, building light, causing healing everywhere. And now bring your mental focus back to yourself here, paying attention to the gentle sensation of the breath as it moves in and out of your nostrils. And now once again, picture the dome of beautiful light, divine light. We're all in this. We're all under this dome of light. Notice a pumping light across the oceans to all the other countries. And we know that we are healing America. We know that all those who are bringers of light, who have that purpose, are doing their work. They are protected. They are guided by the divine, and that includes all of us. All the public servants, all those who know that we are here to serve one another, to heal this country that we're in, and to heal the world. Once again, bring your focus back to the breath, the gentle sensation of the breath moving in and out of the nostrils. Bring your attention back to your body. Feeling peaceful, feeling energized, feeling detoxified of all toxicity. And that includes negative emotions. Feeling bathed in the light, feeling calm and reassured. And before we close the meditation, imagine yourself from this point forward being in the world, feeling like you're not of the world, you're not attaching to negative stories, you're holding on to the strength of your light that's connected to everyone else who's doing the prayer and the intention and the meditating. Let's imagine us in a country that's come through a very dark time and a democracy that emerges victorious and stronger than ever before. We are rebuilding. You must imagine it into being. And we are, and it is done. Feel yourself seated in your chair. I'll count up from 5 to 1 to bring us to an awakened state, but feel free to continue to meditate. I'll just end at the count of 1. 5, 4, 3, coming up. 2, always remembering your connection to the light. All is well, all will be well. Be at peace. At the count of 1, if you're ready, you can open your eyes or you can continue to meditate. And 1, and namaste.